911. What are you reporting?
Yeah, my house is getting robbed right now.
What address are you at?
10th Avenue Southwest.
Do you see someone inside?
Yeah, he's inside right now.
Okay, where are you?
In the bedroom.
Okay. Are you armed?
Yeah, I have a gun.
Okay. That's a house, correct?
It is.
Okay, is that crashing out here behind you? Is that them?
What's that?
Okay, is that crashing out here behind you? Is that them?
Yeah, I broke the window out.
Okay, and you're upstairs?
Please hurry.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you don't have any further description of them right now, correct?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'm letting them know. What color is your house?
It's green.
How many stories?
2.
Okay, how many vehicles should be in front?
I don't know. I have mine.
Okay, what's your vehicle?
It's a red truck.
But there shouldn't be any other vehicles there, right?
Hyundai. Silver Honda.
Okay. Bear with me, I've got officers, okay? Got officers heading your way, okay? Do you live with anybody else?
No, I'm by myself.
Okay. Okay. Are you able, do they know you're there? Okay, okay, stay quiet, okay. Keep yourself safe. Okay. Okay, you're doing great. Stay with me. They just broke out all the windows? Okay. We've got officers on the way, okay. Can you hear how many people are there? Can you still hear them? Okay, is your door locked? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello, if you can hear me, I need you to talk to me. I need you to know what's going on.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Where are you?
Okay, we've got officers coming. What's going on? What happened?
I lost my phone. Hold on.
Okay,
Hello?
I heard shots. What happened?
I had to shoot him. He came after me. I'm hiding in my closet by bedroom.
Okay, where are you right now?
Please hurry. I don't know.
No, you're
I'm in
okay.
my bedroom upstairs.
Okay, so if I'm coming up the stairs, where is it?
There's more people.
There's still more people. Okay.
Yeah.
How many more?
Please hurry. Please hurry.
Yep, nope, we've got officers coming.
There's another guy downstairs. I think he just left.
Stop now! Stop!
Can I get can I get my phone?
Yeah, where is it?
My missus got it.
Right, I'll go and get it.
This is tight, man. Shit, man. I'm not gonna get out. Shit. Where's the key? Oh, it's sorted, sweet. All right. Oh shit. Fucking hell, man. Whoa. Oh shit. Fucking hell, man. Whoa. Whoa. Where can I go? Where can I go? Fucking hell.
These teens murdered their best friend, and you won't believe why they did it. Skylar Neese thought she was sneaking out of the house to hang out with her best friends, but she was never seen alive again. Just after midnight on July 6, 2012, 16-year-old Skylar locks her bedroom door and jumps out of her window. She then proceeds to get into her car, and her two best friends, Rachel and Sheila, are already inside. They drive around for a little while, listening to music and having fun, but they eventually end up in a remote area in Pennsylvania. The three girls then get out of the car and start walking into the woods to sit and smoke. And as they're walking, Rachel and Sheila both count to 3. Then both start attacking Skylar, but not with their fists. The girls each pull a large knife out of their hoodie, and they both start stabbing Skylar repeatedly until she's dead. Rachel and Sheila then cover up her corpse with some branches and walk out of the woods. But the next morning, when Skylar's parents discover that she isn't home, they immediately call the police. However, the officers find that the surveillance footage shows the teen leaving her apartment window all by herself. This leads them to believe that she's a runaway, so they don't issue what's called an Amber Alert, which is a notification that asks the public for help in finding a missing child. But Skylar's parents disagree and know that their daughter wouldn't just take off and leave, so they put up missing persons flyers asking for tips to where she is. The investigation of Skylar's disappearance goes on for 6 months before the police finally get a tip on who they're looking for. In January 2013, Rachel's mom, one of the other girls, calls 911. She informs them that her daughter's having a mental breakdown, but when police arrive, Rachel yells out, "We stabbed her." The teenager then confesses to the police that her and Sheila were responsible for Skylar's death in the woods and say that they had planned on killing her a month before the deadly attack. But when investigators ask her why they did it, the reason she gives is shocking. But first, Rachel's asked to lead detectives to Skylar's remains in the woods, and both girls are arrested for the brutal murder of their former best friend. In May 2013, Rachel was sentenced to 30 years in prison, and Sheila was given life in prison. And this was ultimately because of their motive for murdering their best friend, and it basically boiled down to the fact that they didn't want to be friends with her anymore. Rachel and Sheila literally thought Skylar was just too boring, so they slaughtered the poor girl who trusted them like sisters. Other rumors say that Skylar was going to tell a deep dark secret that Rachel and Sheila did not want to get out. Allegedly, the two had hooked up during a slumber party and they killed Skylar to keep her quiet. And while the true reason remains a mystery to this day, what's for sure is that nothing's worse than being betrayed by the people you trust the most.
The 4 victims have been identified.
What if I told you that 2 child psychiatrists in trouble with the law had an off-the-grid compound in a part of Alabama that the locals call the Devil's Playground? I'm back in my hometown investigating this, and here's what I know. Number 1, the compound consisted of 4 buildings that were impossible to get to from the roads way out in the middle of the forest. Number 2, the property belonged to 2 child psychiatrists who worked in group homes across the state. Number 3, one of those psychiatrists lost his license due to sexual misconduct with a patient. Number 4, a buddy of mine whose family has lived on that land for generations said he's heard tons of stories that there were kids being experimented on in these buildings. Number 5, I went out there myself and I found evidence that children had been there, as well as tons of psychiatric meds. And that's just the beginning.
It's time for Cookies and Crime. This is the Fritzl case. Joseph Fritzl was born April 9, 1935 in Amstetten, Lower Austria. In 1956, at age 21, he married 17-year-old Rosemary. They would have 3 sons and 4 daughters, including Elizabeth, who was born April 6, 1966. Fritzl reportedly began essaying Elizabeth in 1977 when she was aged 11. In 1983, she ran away from home and went in hiding in Vienna with a friend from work. She was found by police within 3 weeks and returned to her parents in Amstetten. On August 28, 1984, after Elizabeth turned 18, Fritzl lured her into the basement of the family home, saying that he needed help carrying a door. Unknown to Elizabeth, he had converted the basement into a makeshift prison chamber, and the door was the last thing he needed to seal it. After Elizabeth held the door in place while Fritzl fitted it into the frame, he held an ether-soaked towel on her face until she was unconscious, then threw her into the chamber. After Elizabeth's disappearance, Rosemary filed a missing persons report. Fritzl forced Elizabeth to write letters saying that she didn't want to live at home anymore, so she ran away and joined a cult. Elizabeth would be held captive in that hidden chamber for the next 24 years. Elizabeth also gave birth to 7 of her father's children during her captivity. 1 child died shortly after birth, and 3 were moved upstairs to be raised by Fritzl and his wife. Officials said that Fritzl was very convincing in explaining to them how 3 infant grandchildren had appeared on his doorstep. They were both approved by local social services authorities as their foster parents. The family received regular visits from social workers who saw and heard nothing to arouse their suspicions. After the 4th child was born in 1994, Fritzl wanted to make the prison bigger. So he put Elizabeth and her children to work digging out soil with their bare hands for years. Elizabeth taught the children to read and write. At times, Fritzl would punish the family by shutting off their lights or refusing to deliver food for days at a time. He threatened to gas or electrocute them if they ever tried escaping. Over 100 tenants would rent a room on the ground floor of the house and would sometimes hear noises from the basement, which Fritzl said were caused by the faulty pipes or the gas heating system. On April 19, 2008, Fritzl agreed to seek medical attention for Kirsten, Elizabeth's eldest daughter, who fell unconscious. Kirsten was taken by ambulance to a local hospital and was admitted in serious condition with life-threatening kidney failure. Fritzl attempted to tell medical staff that he had found a note written by Kirsten's mother, but they found his story confusing and alerted the police. This prompted the police to reopen the case file on Elizabeth's disappearance. Elizabeth pleaded with Fritzl to be taken to the hospital to see her daughter. On April 26, he released her from the cellar along with her sons, Stefan and Felix. Once at the hospital, Fritzl and Elizabeth were detained by police and brought in for questioning. Elizabeth did not provide police with more details until they promised her that she would never have to see her father again. Over the next 2 hours, she told the story of her 24 years in captivity. Elizabeth told them how Fritzl made her watch Korn and reenact the scenes with him in front of her children in order to humiliate her. Fritzl, aged 73, was arrested shortly after. He was sentenced to life in prison. After being taken into care, Elizabeth, all 6 of her surviving children, and her mother were housed in a local clinic where they were shielded from the outside environment and received medical and psychological treatment. Elizabeth and the 3 children that were held captive in the cellar required further therapy to help them adjust to the light after years in semi-darkness. They also needed treatment to help them cope with the fact that they had extra space to move around. It was revealed that Elizabeth and her children were more traumatized than previously thought. Kirsten would tear out her hair in clumps, and Stefan could not walk properly as he was 5'8" and the ceilings were 5'6" in the cellar. Anytime lights were dimmed or doors were closed, Kirsten and Stefan would have a panic attack. The other 3 children that were raised upstairs were treated for anger and resentment at the events. As of March 2010, Elizabeth and the children seemed to be doing well. The 3 upstairs children slowly began recognizing Elizabeth as their mother. The children enjoyed being outdoors, playing video games, and spending time with their mother and grandmother.
Look at this little badass walking in the door. He's totally a badass. Totally a badass. He's got a cigarette behind his ear, you know. There's nothing more delicious than smoking a cigarette after you eat a stolen sandwich. So he's going to come over here to the coolers because obviously you need an ice cold beverage to wash down your stolen sandwiches. So he's going to end up landing on a delicious water while his girlfriend ends up landing on a delicious Canada Dry. Now, they're going to make their way up to the front register area. So he's going to come up to the front counter here and he's going to set his beverages down because, you know, it's really hard to steal sandwiches with beverages in your hand. So he's going to grab a sandwich right here. He's going to look, make sure he's good. Boom! She down! 1 sandwich in his jacket. Looks at the camera. He's good. He's good. He's going to grab another sandwich. You know what? I don't want that sandwich. I'm going to grab a different sandwich. This one looks better. Boom! She down! 2 sandwiches. Hey, are these sandwiches fresh? Yes, sir. We make our sandwiches every day. Okay, well, do you guys have some Tylenol? I really need some Tylenol. Yes, sir. We have Tylenol right over there. Oh, okay. I'm going to go look for that Tylenol. He comes over, looks for the Tylenol, looks at it. He just looks at it a little more, and then he goes, you know what? Yeah, I don't need any Tylenol. I just pretended to ask like I needed that, but really I don't need that. So he's going to come up to the counter. He's going to be like, hey, baby, I need some Newports, and I need you to buy my cheddar cheese popcorn. So I'm going to pull out my big fat wad of cash right here, and I'm going to give you some cash so you can buy that for me, all right? Now, while you're the distraction, I'm going to make my way back over to the cooler right here because I came with 5 people in the car and I need to get 5 sandwiches, 1 for everybody. So he's trying to figure out what other sandwiches he wants to steal. Does he want the roast beef and cheddar, or does he want the turkey and Swiss, or does he want a delicious Reuben? So he's going to grab a Reuben. He's going to stack it on top of another Reuben. You know, you got to make it super easy when you're trying to steal 2 sandwiches at once. So he's going to reach back, grab 2 sandwiches, and what's he going to do? Boom! She gone! 2 more sandwiches right into his jacket. Oh, another customer walked in the door. He didn't see me, but this is good. This is really good because they're about to be real distracted, and this is going to be the perfect time for me to steal my 5th and final sandwich. Yep, he's going up to the counter. I'm going to grab my final Reuben right here. Yeah, 3 Reubens, 2 subs. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. He's going to come around here, and what's he going to do? Boom! Right into his jacket. She gone! 5 sandwiches. All in his jacket right there. Yep, he's going to walk around here. He's going to pretend like he's looking for something, you know. Then he's going to zip up his jacket because, you know, you got to totally cover up those sandwiches, you know, right before you walk out the door right here. He's going to look at the counter. He's going to look up. He's going to be like, oh, yeah, we good. He's going to walk out the door before he gets into this white Explorer right here, you know. Of course, he ain't driving. He probably doesn't have a license. He's just a little passenger. And here I come a minute later. Come out and find everyone has sandwiches in their hands.
Get inside, buddy. Get inside now.
That's fine. The cops will handle it, and they're gonna be contacting him. So if you wanna fuck him over, that's all you, buddy. Alright, no duh. Then why are you fucking taking so long? You're talking so fucking. Get inside. Yeah, you're a fucking thief. You're a dirtbag. You're a piece of shit.
Pay for the 3 sandwiches. Fucking 3 sandwiches.
Don't steal them.
Yeah.
Go bring those 3 sandwiches. 3 sandwiches.
Don't touch.
2601.
You gonna bring up that mouth?
You have to enter your card.
Alright, get the fuck out of here. You're like your shit. Get out.
Give me my money.
What's going on, brother?
You gonna give me my money?
Words?
Hello?
Right now.
You ain't gonna keep my money like that. Call the cops here.
I will. Oh, you call.
Yeah.
You can call him
You
for
just
it.
took my money. So
That's fine. Go call him.
You just stole.
You just stole it. I have you on camera. Then we'll charge you. Call him. We're gonna charge you
You
instead.
take my money? You just see me giving the money, brother.
That's fine.
That,
Go.
Go get you.
That's fine. Get
Give me
out.
my money.
No, get out of
Give me my
here.
money, bro.
Get out of here.
Give me my money. Call the cops here.
It's fine.
You just paid for it. You can't get me for stealing. I know the law, bro.
Yeah,
I
you
know
walked out the door. As soon as you walk out the door, it's that.
What's
If I call you out before you walk out the door, then it's not. You walked out the door, it's theft. I can charge you with
not
it.
theft when you
That's
took my
fine.
money,
Call
bitch.
the cops. Call them.
Call him. I will.
That's fine. Go call him. Hurry up. Go call him. Go call him.
Give me my money, bro. Give me my change.
You stole.
I don't care.
You
You can only charge me for
Yeah.
what I did. You took me another camera.
You're a thief. You're a thief. You're a
You just
thief.
paid for what you
You're a
stole
fucking
for.
thief. Yeah.
I'm gonna beat your ass, bitch. Look, matter of fact, call the police. Cause they
Call him. I'm not calling him. You can call him.
No,
You want to call him? Give him a buzz.
You're robbing me. You're stealing.
Call the cops. All right? We do this all the time. Call him.
She gone. Now, he actually boned us for a couple dollars. I never verified that he took 5. He claimed that he took 3, so I just took his 20, told him to get the F out. We're not giving you your change, but we still got boned. So if you know this turd sandwich, tell him that we need our couple dollars, because if we don't get that couple dollars, we're going to go out of business.
Cause I need you close, I need you near. Let me tell you what you need to hear. Cause I need you close, I need you near. You're all I need. You're all I see when I close my eyes and dream. Mary